classes. GX is going to be disappointed. I don't wear the cat ears.
Dang.
Get owned. All right, looks like we are live.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm assuming they can hear us. Is that correct?
Hopefully.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts Marathon. My name is Midax, and I'm going to be running the, I guess technically the most recent game in the series, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2, a Fragmentary Passage. That's a name. I'm going to be doing this run on beginner mode. And just a quick thing, real quick, before we get started. There is a New Game Plus option. In this case, though, I am only going to be using a file that does not have any items equipped to it, nor does it have any special customization options equipped to it. So the only reason I'm going to be selecting this file is to carry over this fancy little customization that I got going on. Because, you know, I like my colors, and I want to share them with all of you. So everything else is going to be the same. You still start at level 50. You still start with all your, you have to get your abilities throughout the run, etc., etc. So the only thing really that's going to be different is going to be the outfit. So I just wanted to clarify that for everybody before I get started, because I am selecting a file right here. And again, we're going to be doing beginner mode, and we're pretty much ready to go. So I'll give the give a countdown in just a minute. Oh yeah, I selected my timer. Haha. Hope everyone's doing well today. All right, so I'll do 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll get started. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So again, this is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2, a Fragmentary Passage. This game is a part of the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 collection that came out recently on the PlayStation 4. It came along with Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD, which you just saw, Adam and Faye run. And it also came with Kingdom Hearts Kai, or Key, back cover, whichever way you want to pronounce that, which is a film that's a prequel around Unchained Key, or whatever. I've lost track. But anyway, the point is that this is going to be a really, really short little run. You can kind of think of it as a pseudo Kingdom Hearts 3 demo, but it also features a number of things that are kind of exclusive to Aqua and her character. So primary movement from the start is going to be cartwheeling. That's pretty much going to be our fastest option here. And kind of similar to Birth by Sleep, it's kind of fastest to time them to a certain degree, so you don't really want to like mash the button. And it's a subtle little time saver, but if you can kind of get the timing down, cartwheels are a little bit faster. We're just going to have some shadow fights here. Something I'm going to be doing kind of frequently with these guys is I'm going to be avoiding Aqua's finisher. Her finisher keeps her in place, and it's very slow, so the idea right here is to kind of try to get as many in a basic 3-4 hit combo as I can, and then cartwheel out of it, so you can kind of cancel pretty quickly. And that'll finish the fight for that. So you can see the finisher right at the end there. Again, pretty slow, kind of keeps her in place, and the shadows are very finicky. They like to move around a lot, and it's very annoying when you want to keep them in place. So Alberts do not like to play nice in this game, unfortunately. So no different than any other Kingdom Hearts game, really. Cancel into a hit there just to save a little time so I don't float. And we're going to be moving on to another shadow fight. Again, these guys just kind of like to scramble. Kind of really hope for the best for the most part. Again, just kind of avoiding the finisher, just trying to keep track of them wherever they are. That was okay. That's about, you know, kind of average. Again, shadows are pretty finicky. There's not really a whole lot you can do about that. But with that out of the way, we're going to be going to the next section here. The game goes through various different locations. They're kind of different worlds from Birth by Sleep that are broken up and left in the Realm of Darkness. So we got Castle Town right here. Skip a few cutscenes, get this out of the way. And the section here, the idea behind it is that a bridge is going to fall, and we have to destroy these gears. Well, we have to whack these gears with our Keyblade, because the Keyblade solves every problem in Kingdom Hearts. And right here I get magic. One of the unique things that you can do with Blizzard is that you can ride on it. Unfortunately, we're not going to see this done a whole lot. The Blizzard trail is pretty finicky. It's really cool when you can use it, but it really depends on how flat the surface is, and a lot of surfaces aren't very flat in the game. So we have our first gear right here. One thing that's actually back from that was interesting. One thing that's actually back from Kingdom Hearts 2 is what I call magic offset. If you ever play a platinum game, and if you do say 1-hit, 2-hit, dodge, and then you continue the combo will continue after that dodge, rather than canceling and then starting a new combo from the start. So magic offset is essentially you do 1-hit, 2-hit, or however many hits you want, add a magic in there, and then when you do the next hit, it'll be the next hit of the combo rather than resetting the situation. So that's something that was kind of in Cage 2, and they brought that back here. So you're going to see that a few times throughout the run, where I'm going to do, say, like 1-hit, 2-hit, fire, and then the 4th hit, then the 5th hit. So like 1, like that. So I'm going to try to burn some of my MP here to not only speed up the combos on the gears, because a lot of Aqua's combos are pretty slow, but also make sure that I go into MP charge after the last, or before the last gear, so that way when I go into this boss fight coming up, I'll have full MP. I don't have to waste any ethers. There's an ether coming up though. I'm going to get a couple of chests here. I'm going to be using these later on the Darkside fights. And just going to skip over this little area.
Also, some of the things you get from when you hit these gears, you get air slide, and then you get double flight. Right.
Yeah, you don't start off with any of the abilities from the start, so as you collect the gears, you get specific abilities. So the first one, I got double flight. This one, I'm going to be getting air slide. And a common movement technique you'll see throughout the run is doing jump, air slide, double flight into another air slide. That will kind of cover a large distance, and it's fairly fast. Still have a little MP here, so I'm going to kind of waste that as I come down from this. There you go. Something that's neat about magic use in this game is that you can actually move while you use it. So if you're already holding forward, Aqua will kind of like continue her momentum. You'll see that a few times. So it's pretty neat. They really kind of beefed up magic in this game. They made it pretty fun to use. Very the spectacle is interesting. The utility is nice, kind of more similar to Cage 2. And similar if you ever played like Port Royal in Cage 2, for example, how the magic or the Blizzard would freeze enemies, thunder would shock them, etc. That's basically a universal concept for all the enemies in this game, which is really nice. So magic has a lot of different utility. It's quite fun to use.
So if you were to pay attention to Dax's command menu right there before he like attacked that gear, or it's still there. There's actually kind of like a magic finisher. It's called Flyraja.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can get those throughout the game if you use like magic within your combos. And they're just very powerful moves. Most of them are kind of like a AoE type of explosion.
Yeah, so you're going to see a few here. This is the Devil's Wave. I think it's called Demon Tower in the US. I don't really care. I think Devil's Wave is cooler. So right there we saw use one. I'm going to use one right here. And I'm just going to guard this guy for a little bit. Unfortunately, the Devil's Wave is it's fairly random in a lot of places, both with how Aqua tracks it, just like how quickly it likes to move and how often it attacks. Thankfully, Devil's Wave 1 isn't really that horrible, but the second one later on is kind of the worst thing ever. So you'll see that a little bit. And right now I went into one of Aqua's command styles that you might recognize from BBS, Magic Wish. And that is Devil's Wave 1, dead. So Magic Wish is really interesting. You get a 6-hit combo rather than 5, the 6-hit being this sort of really powerful projectile. It acts as a very, very strong finisher. Does not track, unfortunately, though. So if the Demon Tower decides to, or Devil's Wave, whatever, decides to move out of the way at the wrong point, you can whiff it. But Aqua does track much better. The combos are a little bit slower, but again, the tracking really makes up for it, and just the damage is very, very high. And you can also build up another finisher, which is Spellweaver. The cool thing about this is that rather than just automatically activating a command style like in BBS, once you reach a certain or kind of think of it as a checkpoint. Like you do certain actions, and then the game registers those actions and says, okay, you get this command style, and then it gives it to you. It actually gives you the option of selecting it in this game. So you'll see the options, like CageFan said, come above the command bar, and you can actually use them pretty much whenever. There is a timer, so you have a limited amount of time in order to do it, but it's generally a fair amount of time, and you can also combo in and out of these things as well. Also, yeah, for anyone who's wondering in chat, this is the patch version. This is running on 1.02, which featured a number of kind of quality of life changes, as well as a small magic buff, which is very nice. So generally, like a lot of the strats, I can get one extra magic off. Oh, I forgot to do a little jump strat there, but that's fine. And then I'm practicing that too. So again, so jump dash. You'll see that a lot. We're going to do a blizzard slide here. Go past these enemies. The nice thing about this too is that another reason why it's such a short run is that there really aren't many forced fights at all, and a lot of the forced fights, or a lot of the boss fights, kind of end and continue pretty quickly. Like you'll see with the Darkside fights, I mean, they start and they end, and there's no cutscene skips or really anything to worry about for the most part. There is one forced fight that's going to be happening soon after I defeat these next few bosses, but again, there's a lot more movement really than fights overall. So the thing about this area is that we're going to be fighting 3 Aquas. And let's see, I got kind of bad RNG on that, so she decided to do a Blizzard. There's a number of things that she can do at the start of these fights. That's fine, like once I kind of get the combo going, I can kill her. So again, 1, 2, fire, 1, 2. Unfortunately, my damage was slightly off. Oh. Made a little bit of a mistake there. That's okay. But yeah, as you can see, like if you make one mistake, unfortunately, it's quite a bit of time lost there. So that was my bad. Unfortunately, my damage was slightly off there. Usually that works, but oh, I know what I did. I didn't start with aerial spiral after the thunder attack, so that was my fault. Actually, my damage was off.
Yeah, if you do an aerial spiral, it does a lot more damage than just hitting her like from the ground.
Yeah, so that was my fault. But that's okay. I have another chance of basically the same fight to do a little bit better. So yeah, the whole thing with this room is that we're just going to go activate this mirror, and then on the way back, we're going to turn around, and the game's going to be like, whoa, I tricked you. And the mirror's right here. Otherwise, you would just go in an infinite loop. SM64 stairs music plays in the distance. Yeah, I only have, I think, like, kind of one option for a fire here, because I kind of spent a lot of my MP. That's okay. So again, start from an aerial spiral. And she's going to teleport right here. Oh, she didn't. Okay. Typically, when you do one physical attack and then one attack with a fire, she's always going to teleport. But okay. You'll also, for everyone, you'll have to forgive me. You'll have to forgive a lot of us, really. The run is still very new. The game has only been out for a couple of weeks, and there's a lot of little things that we still don't quite understand. So I apologize for any confusion. But yeah, again, to clarify, the clothes don't add anything. I'm running this off a New Game Plus file that only carries over. In this case, it's only carrying over the customize, because Aqua wants to look good for the marathon. So, I wanted to make sure that she was all, she was decked out. She wants to be a fairy for Halloween. This whole room, it's these pillars are always in the same location every time. So just kind of run over to them, beat them up, and activate them. Not really a whole lot to it.
Something kind of weird about this is that when you flip the room over, the controls are exactly the same.
Yeah, they don't
Nothing's flipped at all.
Thankfully, they don't mirror them. That would be a pain. Alright, so this is Aqua 3. The fight's going to be a little bit different. So so I'm going to get a couple attacks in here to get my Spell Weaver. Oh.
Yeah, this fight's a bit longer. She has, I think, 2 more bars of health, and then she has a couple more attacks that she can do.
Yeah. I'm going to wait on...
Is Spell Weaver.
Yeah.
But basically what you want to do is you want to have Spell Weaver, because you can loop her and get a lot of damage yourself just with Spell Weaver.
Yeah, so I made a bit of a mistake there, so the order's a little bit different. That's okay, I still got Spell Weaver, that's fine. So yeah, or I'm sorry, not Spell Weaver, Magic Wish. Magic Wish doesn't add very much RV at all, so you can actually loop her quite a bit. If she's too far, you can stagger her with a fire like that. There you go, so now she's dead. So yeah, right at the start, it kind of depends. Oh wait, real quick, Dad. Anyway, so kind of right at the start, there's a number of options that she can do. I was kind of thrown off by what she did because when she did the teleport, again, this is a mistake that I just keep making with Aqua fights. When she teleported and attacked me, I did the guard thinking that she was going to do a multi-hit attack, but she does the one where she bounces off of you. So I should have jumped there and gone straight into aerial spiral. So that was my mistake. And then after that, it just kind of got a little messed up. So it's kind of an interesting run because there are a lot of things like that where the strat is really simple, but one mistake can cost you a ton of time. So you really want to be consistent. So. My game's soft lock. Yeah. Oh no. All right, it's okay. It's okay. I got saves. It's fine. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. Oh man, I haven't had a soft lock since AGDQ. That's a shame. All right.
Yeah, my game's never crashed.
Oh, that's a shame. All right. Well, good job, Square. So don't worry, I got saves. I'm pretty sure I got. Actually, no, my saves are going to. My saves are going to be a little bit different. I think they're a little out of date. That's fine. I'll just change some things around. That's okay. That's cool.
Of course, it would happen.
Yeah,
right now.
Of course it would happen. Yeah, cool game. But no, my saves. I think I'm missing an ether in one of my save files. But I should have a save right after. Or like I have a save right up to Aqua 3, I think. Let me see. I've never seen it crash there in particular, so that's really
yeah, it was a little
that
weird.
really sucks. Cool. Well, I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. Kind of takes a while to get back into this. Let's see. Not sure which one it is, honestly. This one, I think. Okay, let me check. All right, let me load this one. I apologize, guys. You're gonna think. I mean, I know I really shouldn't be apologizing. Square should be apologizing, but still.
It's kind of hard to tell which file is which because it's in Japanese.
Yeah, what did I say? 22? 22. All right, let's see where this is. All right, so Aqua's got her pink on this time. Okay, so yeah, so this is up to. All right, so I'll just do it from here. Let's see, one. Okay. So I'll have to do this again. Because the other save file I know for a fact it skips kind of far ahead, and I don't want to like skip everything. So I'll just have to do this again.
Yeah, rather redo stuff.
Yeah,
Than skip stuff.
than skip stuff, right? So I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna be pink from now on. I hope you don't mind. So, and also one of my yeah, and it sucks a little bit because one of my strats later on is not going to work as well because I don't have an ether for it. Well, I may be able to work around that. In fact, actually, no, I know exactly how I'll work around that. So yeah. Alright, so that took some time out, but, you know, is what it is. What can you do?
Should still be underestimated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the estimate was a little higher.
Yeah, she's gonna do Spell Weaver here. It's gonna combo her. Kind of the usual thing, just like before, except a little bit better. There you go. That's Aqua 3. Again. And dab. Alright.
Yeah, it was a very good fight.
That was a very good dab.
Yeah, that too.
Alright, so we made it out. And so now we're just gonna do this again. Let's pray the game doesn't crash this time. I think it crashed right here. Alright. See another costume chat. I don't have any more costumes, dog. I'm sorry. Alright, we're good. We're good. Hey! We're good. The game worked.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, good stuff. Alright, so I'm going to charge up here. I'm actually going to have to save my meter, unfortunately, so I'm going to be a little slower going to these vines. Normally I would have an ether here, but these saves actually are older, so they don't have the they don't have the one that I need. Or they don't have the ether that I need from Castletown, so instead normally I'd be like as I'm floating, I'd be blowing through a lot of these vines with fires and keeping my momentum, but I'm going to have to abstain from that. So we're going to be a little bit slower here because I really want the strat to go right because it looks very cool.
Yeah, both dark sides are very cool. If
The famous stock live PB. Oh no, PB's not happening. Trust me. All right, so right here, so fire, blizzard, slide dash. And I'm going to guard right here. Oh, my attack went wrong order. It should still work though. Nah, I got the game kind of buffers inputs in a weird way, so. Unfortunately, instead of getting 2 finishers there, I did an extra hit where I was supposed to do a magic, and it kind of threw off my whole order. But that's okay. So I'm gonna, let's see. So unfortunately, the strat's not gonna go right anyway, but that's okay. So I really need this hand to die. Alright. I'm gonna shot lock from here. Yeah, so unfortunately, like you want to get certain combo setups to get your magic finishers for your Faraja, Blizzajas, and all that. But if you have to be very, if we have like a certain strat with them, they have to be very specific. So in this case, I was supposed to do hit Blizzard Fire finisher, but Aqua she buffered in a physical hit when I didn't want it, and so I got hit. I got like hit Blizzard finisher, and so like it just threw the whole thing off. So that's how like specific it is. So unfortunately that went wrong anyway.
So I'm pretty sure that was the first use of the shot lock in the run.
Yeah. So the shot lock pretty much similar to what you might expect from BBS.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Prism Rain.
Prism Rain, yes.
If you're going off of what BBS things were.
Mm-hmm.
But basically you charge it up to 28, and that first like 28, like the first shot does a lot of damage. And then the little add-ons, when you have to time the hit, they do a little bit of damage, but it's not nearly as much as the first hit.
Right. Yeah, if you get 28 shots, you get the backs it out. So from here, I'm going to use a lot of magic. Hopefully I can get my 3 finishers off if I get lucky. Nah, I only got 1. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Okay, that was still fairly fast. The kind of idea there is that when I run up to him, I do Blizzard, Thunder, Fire, and I hope that based on how the magic hits the enemies, because it kind of varies based on their movement, that I'll get all 3 finishers. I actually got really unlucky there, so I only got 1, but that's okay. So I'm going to, again, do some more general movement. That was a little slow.
And also, I picked up an ether there, which I'm pretty sure you use that ether.
Yeah, I used that
during
ether during the final fight, yeah.
Oh.
The movement in the forest is very, very awkward a lot of the times.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tricky to get your proper movement. Right here, I'm just going to be kind of blowing through these vines a bit with thunders, and again, kind of moving as I'm doing it. I'm going to make sure that right here I go into MP charge, so that way by the time I get into Darkside 1, or I'm sorry, Darkside 2, I have a full meter and I don't have to spend any items for MP. So I'm going to be dodging these stupid falling spike things, which are very, very annoying, and going into the Darkside 2 fight. So hopefully this can be one strat that I do right.
It was a pretty cool strat.
Yeah. I made it myself. Haha.
Basically, you want to start off with the shot lock, and then do the full shot lock. So, and then you want to store up 2 finishers, a fire and a blizzard one, which is sometimes kind of hard to get because this fight is weird sometimes. Sometimes you can get hit out of combos and stuff. Basically, you want to have both finishers saved up. And then you wanna kill the hands so that you can go in on the head, and then you want to use the rest of your shot lock. So then he only has like about a bar of damage left, and then you just want to spam fires and get sort of a finisher. And if you do enough damage, you can skip his DM.
Oh, where did my finisher go? What? What happened? My finisher disappeared. I don't know what happened. Huh. Did it...
Yeah, I kind of just...
You see that?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, what? That was...
But no, it never happened.
Yeah, I just ate it.
Huh. Okay. Well... well, it almost went right. Okay, I would have done the finisher, and that would have skipped that whole last DM phase, but unfortunately, I don't know where it went. So... so now we're going to be going into the worst fight in the run, which is Devil's Wave 2.
Yeah, this guy can kind of just do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. And there's not much we can do. But basically we just want to use our Faraja and Blizaja of finishers. And then Mickey actually has an ability that he brings that you can get, and it's called Wayfinder. Which basically you and him just attack around the Devil's Wave, and it actually has a finisher that does about a bar of damage. It can be very useful, but another problem with this fight is that when he glows orange, he barely takes any damage. Yeah. And if you use any of your finishers during that, it kind of just eats the damage, and they're kind of useless. Yeah, so you want to be able to prepare it ahead of time and like make sure that you're not actually going to do that. So in this case, I almost used that finisher there, but I waited an extra second and he started to glow orange, so I was able to save it. It's actually not a bad fight so far. Guess that's Wayfinder right here. Yeah, so Wayfinder is when you see kind of like running around Mickey like that. And the finisher is circling around. There you go. So magic tracks pretty well to enemies, but so you got to see it spin around quite a bit there. That was kind of funny. Yeah, it took a while to hit him. Yeah. But that was actually a very good fight. He didn't really do that many attacks. Nah, he was very nice. My record for the amount of consecutive attacks while staying in orange and not letting you really do any damage is 12. So and I've lost like a minute and a half on that segment alone. So I mean, it's, you know, shit can happen. You know, it can get really bad. So we're on our way to the final fight here, and I'm going to be picking up a Mega Ether right here. And I still have 1 Ether in stock, so I'm going to have 3 items. Now, there is something to note, which is really stupid in my opinion for this game. Every fight, you can only have up to 3... Well, you can only use up to 3 items. So, I got hit by... So you can only use up to 3. And then once you do that, every other option is grayed out. There have been a lot of times where
I think I use, I won't be able to use my elixir even though it told me to, and then I have to figure that out. So right now I have an ether, a mega ether, and an elixir. And depending on how the fight goes, I actually may not even need the elixir. So we'll see what happens here. It's kind of an interesting fight. We can control it a little bit. It's kind of based on how your damage is and how quickly Mickey decides to jump onto this particular Devil's Wave. That'll determine kind of how fast we can get to the later segment. So for now, I'm just going to be kind of doing some combos in and out of magic. One of the reasons we don't really use Thunder too much is that Thunder is more of an AoE attack, and it doesn't really do a whole lot of damage to like one single target. It does track very well, but other than that, it doesn't really have a lot of strong uses. So we tend to, and it also costs quite a bit of MP, so we tend to save more of it for fire attacks as well. And this attack in particular really sucks when he just starts chucking shadows at you.
Yeah, I've died from full health just because I was stun-locked.
It gets really bad if you're on the ground, so it's kind of like once you start to see him glow like that, or especially early on in the fight, oftentimes it's good to just try to get up in the air and wait. It's also random which attacks he decides to do. If he decides to do a bunch of the underground attacks, that can be really finicky. Right now he's actually glowing purple, which means that he's going to take significantly more damage, and it can also put him to a state where Mickey can jump on him. So for now I'm going to save a little bit of my MP. Actually, no, I'm just going to go ahead and burn it. And let myself go into MP charge. Burn some of my finishers. Okay, so I'm getting pretty low on health now. I want Mickey to jump on him. Mickey should be jumping on him now. There he is. So that was actually perfect. I got him pretty much right around where his HP gate is, and Mickey got on him. So that's very good.
Yeah, basically, if Mickey gets on him, it kind of like locks him up and just sits him there for you to do a bunch of damage to him.
Yeah, and again, like just like all the other command styles, I can activate it kind of when I want. Again, it goes down to timer, but I still have access to it. And right here, you can actually abuse this. So if you keep attacking, you'll go straight into you'll activate Mickey's command style, or the finisher rather. And but I'm going to be abusing this by not doing combos on him and getting a bunch of damage. And yeah, I don't even think I'm going to really need the elixir.
Something weird about this fight is that you can't actually skip the... Like, he has a second phase, and you can get him to 1 health before he goes into it, but you have to let him get into that phase to actually kill him.
Oh.
Kind of wastes a little bit of time, but it's still not that much longer than you could have killed him right away.
So because of the damage that I did, I'm going to have one... He's going to be on 1 pixel, and time is going to come up in just a moment. And time. And that's the run. A lot of strats didn't go very well, and unfortunately we had a soft lock in the middle of it. For reference, my current record time is a 24:21, and it can definitely go to a 23. So that's kind of what we're all working on now. But overall, I mean, I still had fun. It was a bit of a slop fest, but you know, it's cool. But I don't know, and that's 0.2. So if you're interested in playing this game, unfortunately you're gonna have to pop $60 dues on the collection. You know, that's worth it to you. Then go for it. It's not too bad of a game. Kind of an interesting look at what KH3 may or may not be. We'll see what happens. But and we still made it under estimate. So obviously, like the 35 minutes, you know, kind of soft lock safe, I suppose. I think it's kind of funny that we had one, but thankfully, I had some old saves left over that I could use. So yeah, that was fun though. Thank you, KHFan, for commentating with me. Thank you everyone for watching and enjoying the Kingdom Hearts Marathon as a whole. And shout out to Casa for kind of like, you know, notifying me about a week ago and being like, yo dog, you want to do a run? And I was like, hell yeah. So so it was fun. And I think what do we got coming up next on the old schedule? Timmy doing the comfiest Kingdom Hearts category, Kingdom Hearts 1 Japanese any percent for the PlayStation 2. Please stick around for that if you want to get cozy, get your Snuggie, get your hot cocoa, and just chill in bed and with your laptop and watch a really cozy run from a really cool streamer. And yeah, so that's pretty much does it for us. Again, thank you guys for having us.
Yes,